Hello and welcome to our channel Top 10s You Should Know. Let me ask you a question. What if I told you that some of the most ordinary, everyday things in your life, things you use without even thinking twice, could actually be slowly harming your health? It's not the obvious stuff like junk food or smoking. It's the hidden dangers, the silent threats sitting right in your home, your kitchen, even your bathroom. And because they're so common, most people never even question them. But respected studies and real world health evidence show us these things do take a toll over time. So today, we're uncovering the top 15 everyday items that are secretly harming your health. Trust me, by the end of this, you'll never look at your surroundings the same way again. The 1. Non-stick cookware, Teflon pans. They make cooking easy, right? Eggs slide off with no effort. Cleanup takes seconds. But here's the catch. Non-stick pans coated with Teflon release toxic fumes when overheated. These fumes contain PFAS, sometimes called forever chemicals, because they stay in the body and environment for decades. Exposure has been linked to hormone disruption, weakened immunity, and even certain cancers. The worst part? You won't even see it happening. Every time you crank the heat too high, tiny invisible particles break off and enter your food or air. It's subtle, but over years, it builds up. Health-conscious people are now switching to stainless steel or cast iron. It takes more effort, but your health is worth it. 2. Plastic water bottles. We all grab them on the go. Plastic water bottles seem harmless, but studies show that even BPA-free plastics can leach microplastics and chemicals into your water, especially when bottles are reused, left in a hot car, or exposed to sunlight. These chemicals mimic hormones in the body, messing with your endocrine system, fertility, and metabolism. The scariest part? Microplastics have been found in human blood, lungs, and even placentas. Imagine that, plastic inside the most vital parts of our body. That's why respected people make the switch to glass or stainless steel bottles. It's a small change that could save your health long term. 3. Scented candles and air fresheners. They smell amazing. They make your room cozy, but they also release toxins into the air you breathe. Most commercial candles and plug-in air fresheners are made with paraffin wax and synthetic fragrances. When burned or sprayed, they release formaldehyde, benzene, and other chemicals linked to headaches, allergies, asthma, and even long-term lung problems. That's why some people feel dizzy or get headaches when they're around strong scents. It's not just in your head, it's your body reacting. Instead, natural alternatives like beeswax candles or essential oil diffusers give you the same ambiance without poisoning your air. 4. Non-organic cotton clothing. Believe it or not, your clothes could be harming you. Conventional cotton is one of the most pesticide-heavy crops on the planet, and those chemicals don't just vanish after harvest. Residues often stay in the fabric. When you wear them, especially tight clothes or underwear, those toxins can be absorbed through your skin. Add in chemical dyes and flame retardants, and suddenly your everyday t-shirt doesn't feel so harmless anymore. People with sensitive skin often notice rashes or irritation, but even if you don't see it, the exposure accumulates. Organic cotton or natural fabrics like bamboo or hemp are much healthier choices. 5. Microwavable plastic containers. Leftovers, meal preps, quick lunches. It's so convenient to just pop plastic containers into the microwave. But every time you do, heat releases harmful chemicals like BPA and phthalates directly into your food. These are endocrine disruptors, meaning they mess with your hormones, your fertility, and even your mood regulation. And reheating oily or fatty foods in plastic makes it even worse. That's why experts recommend switching to glass or ceramic containers for microwaving. Your body doesn't need hidden toxins sneaking into your food. 6. Tap water, without filtration. You drink it every day, wash your veggies in it, make your coffee with it. But most tap water, even in developed countries, contains trace amounts of chlorine, heavy metals like lead, and in some areas, fluoride or pesticide residues. Over time, these contaminants can damage your gut health, weaken your bones, and increase your risk of chronic disease. The problem is, you can't see or taste most of it, but it's there. A simple water filter at home can dramatically reduce your exposure, protecting you from years of silent damage. Number 7. Processed meats. Hot dogs, sausages, bacon. Tasty, yes, but they're loaded with nitrates, sodium, and preservatives that are classified as carcinogens by the World Health Organization. Daily consumption of processed meats has been linked to higher risks of colon cancer, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. The danger is subtle. You don't feel it immediately after eating, but decades of small exposures add up. That's why nutritionists recommend treating these as rare treats, not daily staples. 8. Couch cushions and mattresses with flame retardants. Your couch or bed might be the place you feel safest. But here's the hidden danger. Many cushions and mattresses are treated with flame retardant chemicals. Over time, these chemicals break down into dust particles that you breathe in daily. Studies show they can mess with hormone balance, fertility, and even brain development in children. Since you spend almost a third of your life in bed, exposure is constant. Safer options include organic mattresses or using protective covers that block chemical dust. 9. Antibacterial soaps and hand sanitizers. Sure, they kill germs, but they also introduce chemicals like triclosan and triclocarban into your body. These disrupt hormones, weaken your gut bacteria, and ironically, can make bacteria more resistant in the long run. Frequent use is linked to eczema, allergies, and even thyroid dysfunction. The truth is, plain soap and water are just as effective without the hidden risks. 10. Fast fashion accessories, cheap jewelry. That trendy necklace or bargain earrings? Many inexpensive accessories contain nickel, cadmium, or even lead. These metals can trigger skin rashes, allergic reactions, and in some cases accumulate in your body over time, damaging organs. Since they're worn directly on your skin, the risk is higher. Opting for stainless steel, silver, or gold-plated jewelry reduces exposure and lasts longer too. 11. Cleaning sprays and detergents. That fresh lemon scent in your cleaning spray? It's often synthetic fragrance masking chemicals like ammonia and bleach, which irritate your lungs and skin. Regular exposure is linked to asthma, headaches, and even long-term respiratory problems. The irony is, in trying to make our homes clean, we pollute the very air we breathe inside them. Natural cleaners like vinegar, baking soda, and essential oils can do the same job without harming your body. 12. Canned foods. Convenient, yes. But the lining of many cans contains BPA, which leaches into food, especially acidic ones like tomatoes. BPA exposure has been linked to heart disease, diabetes, and hormonal imbalances. While many companies are moving to BPA-free cans, even those alternatives may contain other harmful substitutes. Fresh or frozen foods are a safer choice whenever possible. 13. Hair dyes and chemical shampoos. Your morning shower might be exposing you to harsh chemicals. Hair dyes often contain ammonia and PPD, p-phenylenediamine, linked to skin irritation, allergies, and even higher cancer risks with long-term exposure. Many shampoos contain sulfates and parabens, which disrupt your natural hormones. The skin absorbs more than we realize, and since these are applied directly to your scalp, it's a direct pathway into your bloodstream. Safer alternatives exist with plant-based dyes and sulfate-free shampoos. 14. Receipts. Thermal paper. Yes, even that tiny slip of paper at the grocery store can be harmful. Thermal receipts are coated with BPA or BPS, which rubs off easily onto your fingers. Studies show cashiers who handle hundreds daily have much higher BPA levels in their blood. And since it's absorbed through the skin, you don't even have to eat it for it to enter your body. Digital receipts are becoming a healthier alternative. 15. Your smartphone. We can't live without them. But constant use of smartphones exposes you to two major health risks. First, blue light from screens disrupts your sleep, strains your eyes, and alters melatonin production. Second, your phone itself carries more bacteria than a toilet seat, since we touch it constantly without cleaning. Over time, that means poor sleep, eye strain, and constant exposure to microbes. A daily ritual of disinfecting your phone and limiting screen time before bed can dramatically protect your health. And there you have it, the top 15 everyday items that are secretly harming your health. These aren't rare or exotic dangers. They're hiding in plain sight in the very things you use daily. But here's the empowering part. Once you know, you can change. Swap, reduce, replace, and protect yourself step by step. Now let me ask you, which of these surprised you the most? And which one are you going to replace first? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more eye-opening insights from Top 10s You Should Know.